Hello guys, welcome to TPW Talking Pro Wrestling. It's time for AEW Fight for the Fallen predictions. We've got 5 different matchups already that has been announced. There might be one more, I'm not entirely sure about that though. But let's start first off with the 2-on-1 handicap match. As it was revealed that Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling will tag up against one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Swerve Strickland. So, I'm not entirely I'm pretty sure the reason why this is going on is because Keith Lee is probably hanging out with his friend who has colon cancer, which is perfectly okay. This is going to be a very interesting matchup, though, since AEW does not do handicap matches often. I think the last time they did a handicap match was last year. My bad. But I could be wrong. But AEW does not do handicap matches often. So this is going to be interesting. It's kind of weird to see that there's a handicap match going on, but it also kind of makes sense in this situation. My prediction here is that Swerve Strickland gets the victory over Tony Nese and Mark Sterling. Mark Sterling actually being in action once again is pretty interesting to see. But this is also a storyline to try and get Swerve Strickland out of AEW and all that goodness. So there's that as well. But I do think Swerve Strickland's going to win this. But we'll see what happens. Oh, and that reminds me, there are 3 different title defenses tonight, which is crazy to think about. But then it was revealed at an AEW convention thing. Bryan Danielson was there. Excalibur and a few others were there as well. Bryan Danielson announced that he'd be returning to in-ring action and that he'd be taking on Daniel Garcia. So that's how this matchup came to play. Bryan Danielson goes one-on-one with Daniel Garcia. Bryan Danielson back to in-ring action, which is great to see. I'm glad Bryan Danielson's back. Daniel Garcia did just lose to Wheeler Yuta not too long ago. Plus, this continues the feud between the Blackpool Combat Club and the Jericho Appreciation Society. Since Bryan's still a part of the Blackpool Combat Club, Daniel Garcia being a part of the Jericho Appreciation Society, this fits well as well within this rivalry that's been going on between both factions. My prediction here is that Bryan Danielson gets his first victory since being injured. I don't see it happening any other way. Daniel Garcia gets his head kicked in. Maybe some sort of interference happens, but that's probably it. And then we have the FTW Championship on the line. Ricky Starks, the champion, will go and take on Danhausen, thanks to an open challenge that was made last week on Dynamite. So, yeah, Danhausen is a very interesting person. I enjoy Danhausen. He's really funny. But and he's actually not bad in the ring. He's pretty good, honestly. When you have a combination of funny and good in the ring, you know there's something wrong. But to be fair, Danhausen is very nice, very evil. So, I think he's going to try and curse Ricky Starks, but it probably won't work. My prediction here, Ricky Starks gets the victory, retains the FTW Championship. There might be an interference or something to do with Hook in this. It's very possible. Everyone's saying that Hook is going to get involved in this somehow. That is absolutely possible. And then we go to the AEW Women's World Championship that is on the line, as Miyu Yamashita, previously winning the Eliminator match at Tokyo Joshi's Summer Princess event against Thunder Rosa. So that's how this match came to play. Miyu Yamashita looks to take on the champion, Thunder Rosa, once again, but this time for the AEW Women's World Championship. So this is going to be a big, good match. Miyu Yamashita is definitely one of Tokyo Joshi's best. I've seen a lot of her matches, and she's very incredible. Her matchup with Thunder Rosa at Tokyo Joshi's event was awesome. Miyu Yamashita, she's a very heavy hitting, hard striking wrestler. Thunder Rosa, obviously being known as the all-rounder. She's very good at what she does too. This is going to be a very good matchup. I would like to see Miyu Yamashita become the AEW Women's World Champion. However, I don't think she's going to be the one to take it off the hands of Thunder Rosa. So, yeah, I kind of gave you my prediction. Thunder Rosa is going to retain, but it's going to be a really good matchup. And I think Miyu Yamashita should be on AEW television more often because she's incredible. Just like, I feel the same with Konosuke Takeshita. Like, Japanese wrestling is amazing in general. There's so many amazing Japanese wrestlers out there, like Konosuke Takeshita, like Miyu Yamashita, like Kazuchika Okada, and then there's Yuji Nagata, which we've seen on AEW television before. Then there's Kenta, and there's all these other Japanese guys that we've seen on TV that I would like to see more of. Like Minoru Suzuki as well. Like, there's all these amazing Japanese guys that are incredible. Riho. There's all this amazing talent, which I know AEW can't put them on television all the time. I just wish we could see them more often. That's what I'm saying. But you can't please everybody. I know this. With the huge roster AEW has right now, I know that's not always possible. It's just something I was hoping would happen at some point. It also doing this, like, for example, putting Minoru Suzuki on television would give, and having him give some amazing matches like he already has. Their relationship, AEW's relationship with other companies could become much better, like New Japan. They have a really great relationship. And then there's Tokyo Joshi, which AEW has been starting to work with. That could start something special for their relationship with Tokyo Joshi. And then there's still DDT, which they've been allowing Konosuke Takeshita to go anywhere around the United States. And Konosuke's staying in the United States for a while. That was confirmed. So we're going to see Konosuke Takeshita a lot more often. And I'm going to love every single moment of it because he's amazing. But anyway, let's go now to the probably main event. The AEW Interim World Championship is on the line as Rush, the man who beat his real-life brother Dragon Lee, he will take on the current interim champion, Jon Moxley. So this is going to be a great matchup. This came out of the blue, right? Tony Khan posted this on Twitter. He was saying, since Rush has had 10 consecutive victories in a row in AEW, Ring of Honor, AAA, that he gets a chance for the AEW Interim World Championship. So this is going to be a very good matchup altogether. I'm glad this is happening. There's so many good matchups happening. And Jon Moxley has been doing a really good job making sure that he retains, well, not retains, but like still does something with the AEW Interim World Championship at some point somewhere, you know. And Roosh has been doing a really good job too. He's been having lots of great matchups. Then there's the La Facción and Gobernables, the sub-faction that it has been going on. I don't know all the details, but I've been hearing from a lot of people that it's a sub-faction. So, yeah. My prediction here, though, Jon Moxley retains the AEW Interim World Championship because, well, I don't think Roosh right yet deserves an opportunity to become Interim World Champion. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I know this was kind of fast and all that other stuff, but thank you all for listening to tonight's episode. And this is TPW Talking Pro Wrestling. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Good night, everybody.